Hello, this is Dr. Farmer. I wanted to take a moment to go over the midterm feedback with you. As I said in the email and in the announcements, feedback is very important. I'm showing you what I saw when I went to the feedback. 5 people completed the feedback, and as I stated, it's anonymous, so I can't see who said what. I just see what you said. So the first question says, what about this course has been most interesting and enjoyable to you? I enjoy the videos that we get to watch. I can't pinpoint one thing in particular. All of this has been interesting. The most interesting thing for me in this course has been responding to classmates' discussion posts. I find that many of us share common ideas and makes the conversation more enjoyable. So far, I've liked getting better understanding of DSM diagnostic standards. And then finally, I really enjoy the abnormal concept of psychology because other than adolescence, abnormality seems to be very complex when it comes to understanding what needs to be done or how things should be handled. So five people, positive info about what's most interesting. What do you like least about the course? I'm not a huge fan of the discussion boards, but this is because I have to do them for multiple classes. I find it difficult sometimes remembering which discussion boards have already been answered. Some questions on the test are awkwardly worded, making them a little more confusing and difficult to understand. The thing that I like best about this course is that our essay for an exam is timed because personally least about this is that the essay is timed. It takes me a while to gather my thoughts together. For that feedback for that, I would say, and I've talked to a few students about this, create your essay answers during the week that we cover the chapter, and then study those answers for the exam. That way, when the exam time arrives, you don't have to create 6 answers for the exam. You already have the answers prepared, and you can just study those answers. But I understand that feedback. I don't like that it is online. I wish I had a class meeting times as well. Just so you know, I used to teach this class online for 15 years, and I did enjoy the student interaction in the class. And I do acknowledge that that's different when the class is online. However, I've tried to make some adjustments to try to maintain the spirit of the class and the quality of the class now that it is online. What I like least would either be the deadlines or the methods to take the exam. Although I don't dislike them, I feel the deadlines could pressure students, but then again, procrastination is something we all deal with and have to avoid, and the examination method helps prevent cheating and test your understanding of the material. I think I agree with you, and that's exactly why I have a timed exam and still have the exam. But remember, one thing I noticed is a lot of students didn't take the practice quizzes. The practice quizzes, the multiple choice practice quizzes prepare you for the questions on the exam. And some of you all who took the multiple choice practice quizzes probably recognized 2 or 3 or 4 questions that you saw in the practice quizzes that also magically appeared on the exam. That's a bonus for people who take the time to go the extra mile and actually use the practice quizzes. The other thing is that the essays you have before the exam, again, prepare them before exam time, and then you have literally 35% of the exam, you know exactly what's going to be on it. And then if you combine that with the practice quizzes, then you have a very good idea of what's going to be on the exam for this class. Take advantage of your opportunities and I think you'll do better the next time. What are the things you were expecting from the course that you're not getting? Nothing. I was expecting from the course the videos of professor lecturing or speaking more in depth about the material. And I get that. I actually find that, and I've heard it both ways, some students actually don't like videos of the professor just talking about the information. But I get it. And my idea is to have the videos speak for me on the topics that we have, and then in addition with the lecture notes. No, Dr. Farmer has been supportive when I've had any questions. Not really, I believe. When I was first informed about this course, I was told it's pretty interesting, but I can see why myself and how it's pretty well balanced. Discussions really remind you that on what you've been reading weekly, which is good considering you cover different material every week. Practice exam being infinitely retaking also helps with that regard. So in terms of things expecting, people are getting what they're expecting based on the people who responded. The last, what suggestions do you have for the course? What would you like to see changed or improved? I would like to see more real-life videos, especially when it comes to some of the disorders, since I find some of them very similar to each other. You'll see more of that in the coming chapters. I think it's important to remember that the first 3 chapters for the first exam didn't have any disorders in them. So they were all about kind of foundational things. What are the models of psychology, the history of abnormal, and those sorts of things. So you'll see more videos weekly. One student said allow students to glance at their books during the test. I know they're a closed book, but it would help if students need to clarify something quickly. I get that. My goal is for this class to be as close to the in-person class as possible, and I think it's important that students actually learn the material and actually, feel a little of that pressure of preparing for the exam. The suggestion I have for the course is to add videos, or visual content to make the course more interesting. The videos that are included during week 6 are examples of what I suggest more of. I addressed that already. I have no suggestions. No changes, but maybe consider examination method, not really an issue. The discussion deadlines, maybe have them due on Sunday at the latest. I've actually tried that, having the discussions due on Sunday, and it just kind of goes either way. I think my goal I will explain why I have them on Friday. The reason I have them due on Friday night is because I want students to start the fresh weekend into the next week, and to have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to answer the questions for the next week. So in my mind, you should read the chapter on Saturday, Sunday, answer the questions on Monday and Tuesday, and then go back online and respond to peers after that by the next Friday. And then we start the whole cycle again. If I make the questions due on Sunday, then you only have 2 days to read the chapter and then answer the questions. So the logic behind having everything due on Friday and then resetting for the next week is to give you more time to prepare for the next chapter. I hope that makes sense, but I do understand the comment. And so I just wanted to be clear with everyone exactly what it looks like when I get feedback. I appreciate the 5 people who completed the feedback. As you can see, it's anonymous. I can't tell who said what. Don't be embarrassed if you see what you put up here, because I don't know who it is. I'm glad that you took the time to answer the questions. I wish more people had taken the time to do it. And I really appreciate you all doing this. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to send me an email, schedule an office hour visit. Everyone who's done that up to this point knows that I listen. I try to take feedback, and I try to respond to student needs. I look forward to talking to you soon.